Hello, good morning. So this was our first question. We have to find out the equivalent resistance. Our question was to find out equivalent resistance, that is RAB, the resistance across A and B. So what we have to do is, first we have to start from the furthest side. So this is the furthest side. So what I will do, I will try to solve from this side. If I am looking from this side, then I can see 4 and 2 ohms are in series, isn't it? This 4 and 2 are in series. So what I will do is I will replace it with a single resistance R1. So what will be the value of my resistance R1? R1 is equal to 2 plus 4 is equal to 6 ohm. Okay, so in order to redraw it, first already in the question I have given you the node name. So what is a node? Node or a junction is a point which is connecting two or more elements. So here C is a junction or a node. It connects 3 ohm resistance, 8 ohm resistance and 5 ohm resistance. So like that, if we have named all the nodes like A, B, C, D, E, F, then it is very easy for us. Okay, the errors will not be happening while solving our problems. Okay, so what I will do is I will redraw the circuit. We have to redraw the circuit. So I will redraw up to this I will redraw. So what will happen? So here we are having 2 points A and B, and here I am having a resistance 3 ohm in between A and C, and there is a resistance that is 8 ohm in between C and D, and there is 5 ohm in between C and E, and in between E and F we are having 6 ohm. Okay, I have redrawn this entire circuit as such. Now we are going to replace this 2 and 4 ohm with our new resistance. That new resistance is R1 and its value is 6 ohm. Okay, now if I look into it, then I can replace this 6 ohm and 6 ohm are in parallel. So how can I replace? I can replace this 6 and 6 with a single resistance because they are having common ends. This 6 ohm is connected in between E and F. This 6 ohm is also connected in between E and F. So how will I solve this? I will redraw the same circuit except this one. So if I am redrawing it, then it is, this is 3 ohm in between A and C. We are having B and D, and there is 8 ohm in between C and D. Then we are having a 5 ohm in between C and D, and now we have to replace this 6 ohm and 6 ohm. So what is it? This 6 ohm and 6 ohm, I call it as R2. So what is my R2? If I have to find out my R2, then R2 will be equal to what is if I am having two resistances, R1 and R2 in parallel, then my total resistance will be equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. I know you know this equation because we have already discussed on the equation. Then if my R1 is equal to R2, okay, I'll write here. If R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R, then my total resistance will be equal to R1, R2 is R into R, that is R square divided by 2R or R by 2. So if we are connecting two resistances in parallel, the net resistance will be R by 2. Here we are having 6 ohm in parallel. So the net resistance will be 6 by 2, that is 3 ohm. Okay. So we have simplified the 6 ohm and 6 ohm into 3 ohm. Okay, now what we will do, again if you are starting to look, then we can see that this 5 ohm and this 3 ohm are in series. So again I am redrawing my circuit. Usually in exam we have to redraw the circuit because usually the questions will be asked to solve the equivalent resistance for using star delta transformation. At that time they will ask you to ask as an essay question, 10-mark question. So in order to get the correct answer and in order to score marks for the step, you have to draw each step. So I have found out R1, R2. Now I am assuming this 5 and 3 as R3. This R3 will be 5 plus 3, that is 8 ohm. So I have to replace C and D with the resistance of 8 ohm in parallel. So now what we will do, we have 8 ohm and 8 ohm in parallel. So again I can replace this parallel resistance as R4. We know if two resistances are connected in parallel, then the total resistance will be R by 2. So here 8 and 8, 8 into 8, 64 by 16, that is again 4. So R4 is 4 ohm. Now we know that we can replace this resistance with 8 ohm. So here we are having a 3 ohm and we are having a 4 ohm. This is A and this is C, this is B and this is D. And this 4 plus 3 we will get RAB as 7 ohm. I hope you understood this. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask me. Once again I will discuss it. So if we are given a circuit, it is better we start from the furthest end. Sometimes we can't find the furthest end, but it is like, if it is like this, we are asked to find out the resistance of one corner, then it's better if we start from the other corner. So here 4 plus 2 is in series. So I have replaced 4 plus 2 with R1. Then we will get 6. Then this 6 and 6 is again in parallel. This 6 and 6 is in parallel. So we will get a 3. Then this 3 and 5 are in series. Here 3 and 5 are in series. So we will get 8. And this 8 and this 8 will be parallel. So we will get 4. And this 4 and 3 in series. So I will get 7 ohm. So the answer is 7 ohm. Okay.